find the perfect sensitivity, SenVale. How do I get better aim, SenVale? Well, guess what? Today, we are doing just that. We're going to be talking all about how to find the sensitivity that works for you and just general ADS multipliers and ways to improve your aim. So let's get to it. First, we're going to go to options. We're going to go to sensitivities. So here's the best way to picture horizontal invert. Put your mouse in the middle of your mouse pad and go all the way to one side. You should do just about a 180, slightly more, slightly less. If you're doing like multiple 360s, your sensitivity is going to be way too fast. And if you're only making like this far, your sensitivity is probably way too slow. Most of you will probably have it on probably slightly too fast. So that's for the horizontal invert. And you can experiment this later because we're going to go through a couple steps. But now let's go to ADS sensitivity because I've been asked this a lot. So here is mine. Is there any real reason? I mean, there was a power, like a Excel sheet somewhere. Like if you have this, you should have these. And this is what I have for 5800 DPI. So here's this. If you guys want to copy that, boom, like that. Now I'm at 5800 DPI. So the way to test your sensitivity, you're gonna go to the end of this red carpet, right? Lined up directly with this pillar in front of you. And you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't need to go super fast. It's just to test your sensitivity. If you're going like way too far and you have to double back, your sense is probably too fast to really shoot an enemy. And when you need to flick, you're gonna need to you're gonna be like this. Maybe not that bad, but still. And if your sense is too slow and you're like feel like you have to really drag it, try raising your sense, because just because your low sense tends to be more accurate doesn't mean you have to have as low as you possibly can go. You need to have your sense low enough to where it doesn't feel like it's restricting your movement at all, and you can run around the map without any real issue. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, if you were going way too far, try lowering your sense. If you feel like you have to really push it, like when you're doing like this, if you have to really push it, try increasing your sense just a little bit. Practice this for a bit, and then we're going to move on to the next step. And really quick, a setting that a lot of you may have turned on that people don't emphasize nearly enough is enhanced pointer precision. This is going to be default on. You want this off. So what that does is, depending on how fast you swipe your mouse, if that's on, it'll make you go farther than versus when you go to the same distance except slower. You'll go shorter. So this is going to be a more fluid, like if you go from point A to point B, it's going to be the same every time versus if you do it faster or slower. So you want this off. This is mouse acceleration. So you just go to mouse properties and uncheck that box. It'll help out a lot. And I don't know how many people I know that play on PC or with a mouse that have this on and don't really realize it. Go and make sure that you have yours off, because it will help increase your aim and just train your muscle memory. Because like flicking around or whatever, you're going to get used to doing the same flicks over and over. But with enhanced pointer precision, learning that muscle memory is going to be harder because it's going to be different every time. Okay, now we're going to go to the shooting range. This is going to be level 1. You put on target, move speed, random, dummy, and you start. This will help increase your overall sense, and just overall general practice is going to make your sensitivity feel that much better. So when you change your sense by step 1, come to this step next to work on it. And if you feel like this is really tough, don't be afraid to go back to the first step on coastline and just kind of work on changing your sense to something that will work for you. It's not about having a high score or anything. It's just about feeling confident with what you're doing. Like if you feel confident, the best way to improve your aim and just sensitivity in general is just more repetitions. So do this for a while, get the hang of it, and then we go to the next level. That guy won't die. I have my sense exactly how I want it. My aim is solid, my crosshair placement's good. I don't really need to work on any of these things because I've played countless hours. So there's two ways you can do this. You can either just play the game and actively focus on your crosshair placement, or you can come and train like this. So next level is going to be small ball. This is going to be a tough one. And yeah, I mean, you guys are going to see. They're fast, they're slow, they're small. No point in doing aim labs when Siege has a built-in aim labs. So this is really all you need just to increase your sensitivity and just general aim. Is just come into mode like this, work on your just tracking, your crosshair placement, and know when to pull the trigger. It'll help out a lot in a match. Just like that. Couple stationaries. You want it on random speed. You don't want them all just flying around full speed because that's not realistic. People are going to be moving around at different speeds in the game and at different like closeness. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We're gonna go to the next level after this, and it's not that it's harder, but it is going to help you learn the map and just general crosshair placement in the game. So again, if you feel weird on any of these sensitivities when you're doing this, go back to the first level. And I mean, you can even find like just an area like this. That's a place with a couple columns, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, just like that. Just finding a couple pillars that are about evenly spaced apart and just working on your general flicking back and forth between the two. And again, if you're going too far, try lowering your sense. It'll help out a lot. If you feel like you really have to struggle to push it, try raising your sense. I started on PC at 800 DPI, 25. And as I played, I slowly ended up lowering it. And as I did that, I realized my accuracy and just general mechanics were improving by a lot. I felt shaky. I mean, let's try that real quick right now to see how I was when I first started. I was mostly wrist, so I didn't have to move around too much. I was mostly wrist, but now I use a lot of my arm and it's made me a lot more accurate and reliable. So like here, like it is very hard for me to accurately line this up versus like this. I'm gonna have a lot more degrees of control. I know exactly where the movement is. I'm going to be able to move between the two a lot easier and a lot more effectively. Okay, and for the last level, you're gonna jump into a T-hunt. Use guns that you want to improve at and get better at, and try to play on maps that you feel like you still need to learn. And when you go into the map, I want you to keep walking forward and try to keep your gun up as much as possible. You'll start to learn the angles of areas that you will be in danger at. Moving around like this. Moving around, moving throughout the map.
We've located the bomb. Move to its location and plant the diffuser.
They're behind the wall!
It's not about winning the T-hunt. I don't care too much about winning the T-hunt. It's just about making yourself feel fluid, that you could actually do this in an actual ranked match or normal match, whatever you play. Just being able to feel confident running around the map, finding the angles and working them to the best of your ability. Because too many times, even in like plat and emeralds, like I'll see that just look very unconfident in what they're doing. You need to build up that confidence with your aim and mechanics and have faith in yourself. I'm going to tell you that the vast majority of this game is confidence. If you're confident in what you're doing, you're going to win out more times than not. A lot of rounds that I've won, I've just, you know, I think something's clear, I drone it, I have a little bit of intel, and then I just act off of it. Too often people will get too fed up in like making sure they have the perfect situation, and the perfect situation is never going to happen because you're never going to have all the pieces of the puzzle. Like, I'm not even gonna finish this T-hunt because it's bomb, but I'm just kind of run around a little bit more just to find the rest.
I'm with you.
And this is what you do. You just walk around, T-hunt, learn the map, learn the angles where people might be at, knowing like the default angles that you need to actually aim at. In this game, a lot of people like will ask me, how do I get better aim? And I'll see them go into firefights like this with their gun down. If you know there's a hallway here and an enemy could be over there, have your crosshair up and swing with your crosshair up. So I'm gonna talk about how to swing a door now. How to swing a door like this. A lot of people are taught to have their crosshair like this, but if an enemy is swinging me, let's say from like there, they're not going to just peek me at that angle. They're going to swing way past it with their crosshair up, right? So what I like to do is when I swing or hold an angle, I have my crosshair just slightly out, so I'm able to react as they swing. So instead of me having to flick like this as they run across, I'm able to get shots on them as they actually, you know, appear on my screen. So as I swing the angle, I'm not going to keep my crosshair here. I'm going to keep it slightly out as I swing across. So I'm able to react to anything that I see as I see it. So basically you want your crosshair at a reaction speed away from when you would actually see someone. Because if someone sees me here as they swing this door, I'm going to headshot them right there. If I have my cross like this, I'm probably not going to be able to react to that fast enough. I'm going to have to swing to the left like so. Versus here, where I'm just going to take them down. This general crosshair tips, honestly, that's really it when you're swinging doors and holding angles. You want to be able to like put yourself in that person's shoes. Are they going to swing out wide? Are they going to pick you from a pix like this? Are they going to swing down the hallway? How should you have your crosshair in this situation? Well, if you feel like they're coming down this hallway from yellow side, you're going to want your crosshair here. If you feel like they're in gym, you want your crosshair here, because this is going to be a pixel angle and this is going to be for the walk. All right, guys, that's going to be it. If you guys have any follow-up questions that you want to ask me, make sure to put that down in the comments below. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So first, working on having the right sensitivity for you, because everyone's going to be different. You can start at mine, which is like 5.5, 800 DPI, and then go from there with my ADS sensitivity. But if that doesn't work for you, chances are it probably won't. Go up or down based on the tactics I showed you guys today. Go through the first pillar training. If it feels too slow, raise it up. If it feels too fast, slow it down. Go through that. Go through the ball training and shooting on the shooting range, and then go into some T-hunts, especially if you're a newer player, you don't know the map super well. The T-hunts especially are going to help you out a lot, because you're going to have a lot more confidence in a game, because you're going to be locked up outside of a window as an attacker. Because let's be honest, defending is really easy to Rainbow Six Siege. You basically stay near the bomb and kill any attackers that show up. Attacking is super hard. Attacking is what separates a champion from a diamond or an emerald. If you know how to attack, you're going to be a good player. And to build up that like experience and that confidence, you need to know the map fluently and know how people can maneuver around the map. And Tia is going to help sink that in, especially when there's nothing on the line. In a ranked, you might get frustrated, you might get annoyed, but try not to get too overly frustrated or too annoyed, especially when you're playing the T-hunts, and learn the map, especially if you're new. All right, guys, that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, and leave a like down below for more. Let me know if you guys want more videos like this and just general mechanics and, you know, gameplay tips. All right, guys, peace out. Till next time.